I spent far too many years as a debt collector of love. I was constantly checking my phone, looking out at the driveway, counting the days since the last visit, the last dinner, the last short text message that just said, "Hi." At 81 years old, I realized I was living my life in the waiting room of other people's busy schedules. I thought their attention was the oxygen I needed to survive my 80s. I truly believed that if the phone didn't ring, I was somehow fading away, like a photograph left out in the sun. But then, on a random Tuesday morning, something snapped. It wasn't a loud noise, it was a quiet, cold realization. I decided to stop waiting for them, my children, my old friends, the world, to make me feel alive. And the moment I stopped waiting, everything changed. Today, I want to tell you how to find that same freedom. Because the quiet truth is this: becoming invisible to the world is the only way to finally become visible to yourself. At 81, we carry a weight that isn't physical. It isn't in our bones or our joints, though they ache too. It's the weight of expectation. We spent decades building. We raised our children with every ounce of our energy. We built our careers, we paid our taxes, and we took care of everyone around us. We did it all believing in a silent contract. I take care of you now, and you'll keep me company later. We thought we were investing in a future where we would be the centerpiece of the family table. But that contract has been shredded by a world that moves too fast. The world has changed in ways we never prepared for. Our children are chasing bills, staring at screens, and suffocating under pressures that we never had to face. They aren't trying to be cruel. They are just drowning in their own lives. When I sat there waiting for that phone call, I was giving them total control over my happiness. I was handing them the keys to my soul. If they called, my day was bright, and I felt like a king. If they didn't, I felt obsolete, discarded, like an old tool that no longer has a use. I was an 81-year-old man, a man who has survived wars, recessions, and heartbreaks, yet I was acting like a beggar asking for crumbs of time. Do you feel that way right now? Like you're begging for attention from the very people you gave life to? It's a bitter pill to swallow, isn't it? To realize that the people you would die for are too busy to spend 20 minutes listening to your stories. The shift for me didn't come with a fight. There were no raised voices, no angry letters, no dramatic confrontations. Those things only breed more resentment. It was just a quiet, heavy acceptance. I remember sitting on my porch, looking out at my garden. I realized that the light and the shadows were changing the landscape every single minute. The birds were having conversations. The wind was moving through the leaves. It was a masterpiece of a morning. And I was missing the entire show because I was staring at a black phone screen that wouldn't ring. I finally accepted a hard truth. They don't call because they don't feel the urgency we feel. To them, time is an infinite ocean. They think we will always be there, sitting in that chair, waiting. To us, time is a short, beautiful sunset. We can see the horizon. They can't. The day I stopped waiting, I resigned from the position of the needy father. I resigned from being the forgotten friend who always reaches out first. I stopped checking the driveway. I stopped wondering why. And when you resign from those roles, you discover something miraculous. Your own company is actually fascinating. I began to look inward. One of our viewers, Maria, said something profound in the comments of my last video. She said that at 80, we are like ghosts with bodies. At first, that thought chilled me to the bone. But the more I sat with it, the more I realized that a ghost is the freest being on earth. A ghost doesn't have to impress anyone. A ghost doesn't have to dress up for a society that isn't looking anyway. A ghost can walk through the walls of social expectations and old, dusty traditions. When I stopped waiting for them, I started doing things just for me. And I mean truly for me. I started drinking long cups of coffee, staring at the steam without once looking at the clock. I pulled books off the shelves that had been gathering dust since the 1990s. I started talking to God, or the universe, whatever you choose to call it, in a way I never had time for before. I stopped asking for things and started just observing. I discovered that loneliness is a trick of the mind. Loneliness only hurts when you feel like someone is missing, when you feel like you are half of a person waiting for someone else to make you whole, but when you realize that you are already complete, right there in your chair, loneliness dies. What's left in its place is solitude. And let me tell you, solitude is a luxury that only the old can truly afford. Solitude is the ability to be alone without being lonely. It is the highest form of human existence. I want you to think about the years you have left, whether it's 5 years or 25. Do you want to spend those years as a spectator of someone else's life, or as the hero of your own? We have spent our entire lives being the father, the mother, the employee, the provider. We were always a function of someone else's needs. Now, for the first time, you are just you. If you are listening to me right now and you feel that ache in your chest because the house is too quiet, here is your path to freedom. This is what I want you to do, starting today. First, you must tear up the contract. Stop charging people for the love you gave in the past. If you gave your children everything, that's wonderful, but it was a gift, not a loan. You cannot collect interest on love. If you keep waiting for a payback in the form of attention, you will die bitter. Let it go. Forgive them for being busy and forgive yourself for expecting too much. Second, get out of the waiting room. Stop making your happiness a secondary effect of their actions. If they call, enjoy it. If they don't, make sure you already have plans. Your plan might be as simple as watching the birds, or as big as learning a new language on that computer of yours. But make sure your happiness is anchored in your own hands. Be the master of your own afternoon. And third, look at the horizon. Stop looking at the world, asking for permission to exist. Stop wondering if you are still relevant. The world's definition of relevant is shallow and fleeting. Your relevance is between you and the sunset. What do you still want to see? What do you still want to feel just for yourself? Is there a park you haven't walked in? Is there a piece of music you haven't truly listened to? Everything changed for me because I took my power back. I realized that my value didn't go down because someone forgot to check on me. I am no longer the grandpa waiting in the corner of the room like a piece of old furniture. I am an 81-year-old man who is too busy discovering the beauty of the light on my walls to worry about who forgot to dial my number. The silence of the house used to be deafening to me. It used to feel like a vacuum. Now the silence is my best friend. It's where I hear my own thoughts. It's where I finally got to know the man I've been living with for 8 decades. Life is too short at 81 to be spent in a state of waiting. Don't wait for them to be happy. Don't wait for a holiday or a birthday to feel important. You are important because you are a witness to this world. One day, they'll see. One day they will reach our age and they will look back and realize they missed the chance to walk beside someone who already knew all the secrets of the road. They will feel the regret of the silence they created. But by then, you'll be long gone, and you'll be at peace. You won't be there to hold a grudge because you found your joy without them. If this video touched something inside you, if it gave you even a small spark of strength, leave a comment below. I want us to talk. Just say, I stopped waiting. Let's build a brotherhood of the invisible. the ones who finally found their freedom in the shadows. And never forget, you are still the man or the woman you have always been. You have the same heart, the same fire, the same soul. You just have less luggage to carry now. Thank you for spending these minutes with me. It's a beautiful day outside. Don't let it pass you by while you're looking at a phone. I'll see you in the next one.